Hey guys, Keely Reason here, owner of Love Hope Adventure, where I blog about the marriage relationship, intimacy in marriage, and how you can go deeper with your spouse. Today, I am answering a reader question about mutual masturbation tips. So if you're not someone who's ever really spent much time masturbating or really exploring yourself down there, then mutual masturbation is probably going to be fairly intimidating. Not that I really think that masturbation in marriage is a good idea. I do think that mutual masturbation does have a beneficial time in marriage, right? There's ways for you to be more intimate with your spouse. This is a good option for, I've been told, for people who have mobility issues, maybe as they get older, or just ways to kind of spice things up. Now, the first thing to know is that when you're masturbating, you don't necessarily have to bring yourself to orgasm. You could do this as a little bit of a foreplay to show your spouse what you like, or to just help both of you guys get really in the mood. However, if you are not someone who feels very comfortable with this, I have a few tips for you. The first thing I would recommend is that you spend some time on foreplay with your spouse. Kissing, touching, whatever it is that you like, so that you can be excited, so that you aren't starting from the ground up. Get into some foreplay with them, really enjoy some time with them, feel connected with them, be intimate with, and intimate isn't just necessarily talking about sex. I'm talking about be intimate with them emotionally, physically, not just sex. And then the next thing I recommend is that you use lubrication. So lubrication is really important for masturbating, especially if you're, going to be rubbing on that area for a while. Put some lubrication on your hands, on your fingers, or whatever you're using. If you're using a toy, obviously I really recommend lubrication for toys as well. And then you can start exploring what feels good. So if you are not someone who has explored that in advance, I recommend letting your spouse actually try some things. They probably actually already know your body pretty well and can do some things that will feel good to you. So if you've never let them use their fingers to get you aroused or to, rub on the area, this is a great time to try that. And then follow suit. Do, go with their hands over top of yourself. Let them kind of guide you a little bit, and then you can take over. I know this is actually very, very exposing. This is why a lot of people don't want to masturbate in front of their spouse. That idea is very tough for them. So to get yourself over that, I do recommend that you get in front of a mirror. Get in front of a mirror and watch yourself doing some of this so that you can kind of A, see what's going on down there, but B, so that you can just feel more confident in your spouse watching you. So you can feel better about it yourself. And then I recommend that if you don't feel like you can bring yourself to full orgasm, then tell your spouse to take over. Tell them to please you in a way they know you like, have sex with you, whatever it is, and then finish your time together that way. Anytime you're trying something new that is difficult for you, it's gonna take a learning process, so stick with it, try it a few times, and if you really don't like it, then maybe try other things, but at least give yourself several times over the course of months, maybe even years, to try something before you completely rule it out, because you don't know what you're gonna eventually like or feel more confident or comfortable doing. So that's my tips for you today if you are trying to do mutual masturbation with your spouse or masturbating yourself in front of your spouse. These are my tips for you, and I will talk with you guys later.